Just think. Could what you believe you are seeing or experiencing in a simulated reality actually change how your body reacts? Imagine your mind influencing your physiological state, even within a virtual environment. It's quite astonishing to consider. Our deep dive today unpacks a foundational study from Keio University. It's titled A Placebo Concert: The Placebo Effect for Visualization of Physiological Audience Data During Experience Recreation in Virtual Reality. Our mission is to uncover how visualizing different types of audience data, be it genuine, mismatched, or, well, entirely made up, impacts your perception within virtual reality, all through the powerful lens of the placebo effect.
The central idea here is profound. Virtual reality aims to recreate experiences for many uses, from training simulations to immersive entertainment. Encouraging physiological responses in VR users that mirror those of real-life spectators can dramatically boost engagement. While much traditional research is focused on precise visualizations of physiological data, this study explores new territory.
That's a crucial distinction. It investigates how the placebo effect operates in human-computer interaction studies, showing that a user's perceptions and entire experiences can be altered simply by what they are told, not relying solely on the underlying data itself.
What stands out here is the application of a concept often linked with medicine, now being applied to the realm of digital interaction. Our source material is an academic paper, which provides a rigorous empirical basis for our discussion. It meticulously explores the subtleties of how information, even if it concerns, fake data, can fundamentally reshape a user's experience within a virtual environment.
So let's explore this study, which challenges some core assumptions about VR and user experience.
Virtual reality's primary goal is to allow users to step into a vast array of experiences, prompting specific behaviors through artificial sensory stimulation. This is paramount for applications such as training, where recreating real-life environments and behaviors ensures that learned skills are transferable to the physical world.
That transferability is vital. And to truly establish that sense of conviction in VR, particularly when other virtual people are involved, phenomena like the uncanny valley effect can be a significant hurdle. That's the unsettling sensation when something looks almost, but not quite human. So what did this study propose as a workaround for that?
Precisely. The challenge with high-fidelity reproductions is the risk of disrupting presence due to even minor imperfections, especially with hyper-realistic avatars. This study therefore suggests an alternative: abstract visuals. These can enhance the experience by allowing users to focus on essential elements and bypass those pitfalls of hyperrealism. This particular research zeroes in on the abstract representation of surrounding audiences.
That's a clever way to avoid those pitfalls. Now, building upon that foundation, modern advancements in wearable biosensors and digital media have made it possible to integrate human sensory and emotional experiences directly into performance environments.
This has given rise to what are termed affective loop experiences, where participants' physiological feedback is actively used to shape the interactive environment. The study's distinctive contribution lies in visualizing live audience data in an abstract form and integrating it into VR recreation scenarios. This bridges gaps in time and space, fostering connections between VR users and past audience collectives.
To achieve this, they monitored key physiological measures. One was electrodermal activity, or EDA, which indicates changes in skin conductance. The other was blood volume pulse, or BVP, which relates to heart activity. These are subtle but powerful indicators of a person's state.
And when we talk about fostering these deep connections, there's a fascinating phenomenon at play: physiological synchrony. This describes the alignment of physiological parameters between individuals during shared activities, and is frequently associated with stronger emotional bonds and a profound sense of shared experience.
So how do they construct this ambitious placebo concert to test their hypothesis? The study aimed to investigate whether a placebo effect could indeed occur when visualizing physiological data in a VR concert recreation.
44 individuals participated, age around 27, 28, grouped evenly. The study was conceptually designed to explore how different data types and the information given beforehand would affect user experience in an abstract VR recreation. Their goal was to see if real or even randomly generated data could enhance engagement and a sense of shared presence, and whether users could tell the difference between actual matched and unmatched data.
Okay. They developed a special modular system for data visualization. First, they collected physiological data, both ED and BBP, from 50 live classical concert audience members using wearable wristbands.
Yes, and this raw data was then carefully cleaned up, filtered, normalized, prepared for visualization, ensuring only reliable readings were used. Then this pre-processed data was transformed into abstract 3D models. For instance, BVP data became dandelion-like models, and EDA data appeared as sort of dynamic patches of grass, visually representing the audience's physiological states using bioart principles.
Subsequently, multiple individual visualizations were combined into a collective representation, allowing the researchers to examine how the group as a whole was reacting. The experiment had a thoughtful design, a mixed two-level design, with participants experiencing 4 different data visualization conditions in varied orders.
Right, these included a non-visual, audio-only condition,
The baseline.
a condition with visuals from actual concert data, the matched condition, then another with real data, but from different performance contexts, that's unmatched. And finally, a fake condition with randomly generated visuals, not based on human data at all.
Okay, 4 conditions. And crucially, there were 2 groups based on the information provided beforehand.
Yes, exactly. 2 between subject groups. One group, the uninformed group, received no prior explanation about the visualizations, just saw them. The other group, the informed group, was explicitly told that the visual effects represented physiological data recorded from the original concert audience.
Got it.
The VR environment was crafted in Unity 3D, experienced through a MetaQuest Pro headset. Participants also wore devices to collect their own physiological data. The procedure involved an initial physiological recording, a baseline, followed by experiencing each visual condition during a 5-minute solo piano performance video. After each segment, participants completed questionnaires, and finally, a detailed interview was conducted.
And the researchers measured participant emotions using the self-assessment mannequin pleasure, arousal, control. Also, their sense of being there, presence, using the iGroup presence questionnaire that covers spatial presence, involvement, realism, and a co-presence questionnaire assessing that feeling of togetherness with others.
They also used a custom scale for engagement, encompassing communication between performers' audience, among audience members, and a sense of belonging to a collective. And importantly, they calculated physiological synchrony, how much participants' EDA, both tonic and phasic components, aligned with the original audiences using dynamic time warping.
Okay, quite comprehensive. Now, for the compelling findings and their implications, here's a powerful discovery. The informed group reported significantly higher engagement and a stronger sense of co-presence compared to the uninformed group. This shows that providing a clear explanation beforehand profoundly enhances a VR participant's engagement and their feeling of shared presence.
The qualitative data strongly supported this. Participants who weren't informed often expressed confusion, distraction, which led to negative emotions, fatigue, stress sometimes. In stark contrast, informed participants acknowledged the positive impact of the explanation, reporting a genuine connection to the audience. This indicates that a basic explanation transformed what some perceived as just, distracting noise into meaningful information.
This also had a profound impact on emotional responses, especially with completely fake data. This is quite remarkable. Uninformed participants reported negative emotional reactions to the rapidly moving fake visuals, finding them overwhelming, pressured, distracting.
However, the informed group participants showed positive attitudes toward the fake condition. They described it as active and dynamic, feeling more engaging and excited. They believed the visuals represented an active audience, leading them to mirror this perceived state through social facilitation.
The quantitative data solidified this. The fake data condition within the informed group elicited significantly higher pleasure and arousal compared to the non-visual, real matched, and real unmatched conditions in that same informed group. This demonstrates how belief alone, even in fictitious audience activity, can yield a robust placebo effect, creating a powerful belief creates reality scenario.
Physiological synchrony, however, presented a more nuanced outcome. It wasn't straightforward. The fake condition in the informed group, fake I, led to significantly higher EDA tonic synchrony. That's the alignment of sustained baseline arousal levels between VR users and the live concert audience. This suggests a deeper level of emotional resonance and sustained engagement with a dynamic, fictitious visual representation aligning their baseline arousal over time.
Yet, paradoxically almost, the fake eye condition resulted in lower EDA phasic synchrony, that's the moment-to-moment arousal fluctuations. This indicates a potential trade-off. Highly dynamic visual stimuli that boost sustained engagement might disrupt immediate, rapid physiological alignment. It's a fascinating dynamic.
A further insight from the study pertains to users' ability to distinguish data. Most participants, both informed and uninformed, found it challenging to differentiate between the real matched and real unmatched conditions. This suggests perhaps a general unfamiliarity in interpreting collective physiological data, or maybe just the inherent similarity of the concert settings used.
However, participants with prior physiological data analysis experience could distinguish between these conditions. Some even identified the fake data as random, so that natural ambiguity in abstract physiological data visualization allows users to overlay their own explanations.
Which can facilitate a placebo emotional resonance. That ambiguity might actually be helpful.
Pulling it all together then, the study profoundly demonstrates that providing prior information about the nature of data visualization in VR can significantly enhance user engagement, co-presence, and emotional responses, even when the data itself is randomly generated.
Yes. The mind's interpretation, fueled by context, can override the factual basis of the data. It highlights the sheer power of perception and how a placebo effect can potentially be intentionally leveraged in design. Dynamic visual elements can boost sustained emotional resonance and social connection.
But, as you said, a balance must be struck, as they might simultaneously disrupt momentary physiological responses. It's not a simple more is better situation.
Precisely. This deep dive leaves us with a thought-provoking question for further consideration. Given that perceived reality can so profoundly shape our experience, even physiologically, what other aspects of our virtual experiences could be shaped not by what is, but by what we are led to perceive?
We encourage you to reflect on your own digital interactions and how context or explanation might have influenced your engagement.